DC has dominated the animation space for decades. With shows like Batman, Superman, the Justice League, and even Young Justice, there's a reason it's better than Marvel in terms of animation. And now with James Gunn's reboot of the DCU and his debut series, The Creature Commandos, this may be the beginning of a new age for DC. Creature Commandos, an adult animated series written by James Gunn featuring a radioactive science experiment, a father's broken toy, Ariel's best friend, a misunderstood weasel, Ultron's Nazis killing adoptive son, and a grieving DILF.
Have you seen General Slug?
Yeah, he's, in there. Maybe you should just give him 30 seconds.
Their mission? To protect Princess Alana from the Amazonian sorceress Circe and her group, the Sons of Themyscira. As the series progresses, the team discovers that in the future, Alana will become a dictator and eventually take over the world, thus causing a shift in alliances and our main characters on a plight to take down the princess, while we as an audience witness our protagonists confronting their past and the consequences of their actions. Now, I gotta say right off the bat, the animation is amazing. Fluid, clean, and the art style matches with the tone of the story really well. I would like to see more shows and art styles like this. It makes the scenes more jarring and exciting. I love the montages as well, with the bride and Frankenstein fighting through different eras. It's a great visual moment in the show, and they don't over-explain it either. Just pure vibes and violence. Along with the bright colors and dark undertones, it really helps match up with the humor and allows the show to look better, balancing the funny moments and the heaviness. I love the direction the show decided to take, with each character's backstory and going into depth on why they are the monsters that they have become to society. To what I previously thought was going to be a show that I didn't put much thought into, turned me into an emotional mess. A show I once glossed over turned my heart really soft and made me want to learn more about the characters than I previously thought. A show that, while it has its obvious flaws, you can feel the care, compassion, and work behind it that makes it as good as it is. Nina and the bride's friendship, Dr. Phosphorus remembering his family, G.I. Robot becoming more than his programming and wanting to see his friends, and Weasel's heart-wrenching past. No, seriously, can we talk about this for a second? Do these idiots not see him trying to save the girl? They were more focused on detaining him more than saving the kids. Bro, I actually crashed out while watching that episode. It goes to show how peak James Gunn's storytelling is and how amazing the new DCU could be if he leads the charge. But more on that later. Also, can we talk about the voice acting real quick? David Harbour as Frankenstein was a great choice. And this show, if it does get renewed for a season 2, I hope we get to see more of him. He was really funny.
Irises like 2 dollops of a virgin's blood. Her lips carved from the cushiony intestines of a fetal pig. Once I stop her from making this massive blunder, murdering the princess, innocent like herself and the beloved of dearest friend Richard Flagg, I call him Rick, she will doubtlessly fall into my arms and our heretofore screwball romantic comedy will become pornography.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Despite how much I love this show and wish it had 14 seasons, no, seriously. Why does Grey's Anatomy get like 20 seasons while we are praying for shows like these just to not get canceled? Anyways, despite everything, this show still has its flaws. One of which being the plot. And while it's pretty good on its own, it still has some cracks. Like Ilana being revealed as the villain feels so rushed to me. And even when she is revealed, we don't even know why. When it's revealed, the show shows us that she wants to take over the world, but with no meaning behind it. And while I do love the overall structure of the show, pacing is another issue on its own. Like early on when we follow the bride into her creator's home and we see her trying to find the necklace her father gave her, a really emotional moment, we go from that to being attacked by Circe and the Sons of Themyscira. It feels like her past doesn't have enough time to sit and breathe, just going from one event to another. Additionally, most of the time, villains and enemies being presented in the show don't seem like a real threat at all. Most of these characters could just slice and dice through these villains like absolutely nothing. Like there's no real stakes throughout the entire show. So yeah, sure. This show does have some clear bumps in the road, but when it hits hard. The animation slaps, and the characters and their backstories make up for it. So, why do I think Creature Commandos will revive the DCU? Well, Creature Commandos embodies everything that made the DCU so iconic in the first place. Solid character arcs, memorable characters, amazing world building, and more importantly, every episode mattered. The weird stuff wasn't just tolerated, it was embraced. And somehow it all worked. With this being the second show in the new DCU after Peacemaker, and the new Superman movie coming up promising to deliver, we could see some pretty promising things in the future if James Gunn is continuing to lead these new reboots. So, have you watched the Creature Commandos yet? Let me know down in the comments below. And let me know if you want me to do an in-depth review on each of the characters in the series.